Hello everyone, my name is Jacoby, and today I want to be talking to you about why fitness should be required in all public safety jobs such as police, emergency medical services, as well as in fire departments. So some of the main reasons fitness should be required are: one, it's a physically demanding job, no matter what you're a police officer, EMS, or fire. It's a physically demanding job, and it is your responsibility to be able to perform every action that you're needed to do on the job. Today, there's more and more gear than ever before. While it is lighter than originated, we still have more than what started as well. So police officers have more vests, firefighters have more protective clothing, EMS has more gear for medical stuff. We have more and more gear, and we have to be able to handle it. Also, these jobs put an unbelievable amount of stress on the body, both physically and mentally and emotionally and everything. And fitness helps deal with some of that stress. And lastly, we have a fattening population. As a whole, our population is gaining weight. So if we aren't able to physically be able to accommodate that, there's going to be problems. So overall, the demands of the job are getting harder. As I mentioned before, people are getting bigger, they're getting fatter, and that is what it is. There's nothing we can do about that right now, except make sure that we can handle it. Myself as a fireman, if I'm not strong enough to pull someone that's in a burning building, unconscious with dead weight, that weighs 300 pounds, then I can't effectively do my job. It's the same thing with an EMS person. If they can't go into someone's house when they're in cardiac arrest and be able to lift them up onto a stretcher, or even if they have a broken leg and they can't lift them up and move them, then they've failed themselves and they failed the people that they're serving. The same thing goes with police officers. The cots specifically for EMS are getting heavier. A brand new power cot, while you just press a button and it raises and lowers, itself weighs 125 pounds. You go to pick that up and carry it up three steps to get on someone's porch. You got to be able to do that. Next thing you know, you also have a patient on top of that weighs 300 pounds. So now you have a 425 pound piece of equipment that you and a partner potentially have to move. You got to be strong for it. There's a lot more high rises these days as well, and a lot more people are getting up there. And we keep building higher. So what do we have to do? We have to be able to accommodate for that and be physically fit to take the stairs in case of a fire or active shooter or something like that. We have to be physically able to do that. And today, people expect more from us than ever before. Everyone has a camera out and everyone's watching you. And if you're sitting there huffing and puffing, you're going to make yourself look bad, you're going to make your department look bad, and you're going to make the fire service, EMS service, or police service as a whole look bad. Plus, you're doing yourself a disservice by not being the best you can be, and you're doing the public a disservice for not being the best you can be. As I mentioned before, there's more and more gear. Police officers, you see, have vests on now, drop leg holsters. It helps sit stuff so it's not on their waist, but that stuff is getting heavy. In the olden days, you didn't have bulletproof vests. You didn't have all these radios and tasers and pepper spray and flashlights and stuff like that. It's heavy, it's uncomfortable, we have to train for it. Police, you guys are responsible for chasing bad guys down. If you yourself can't sprint 100 meters, shame on you. Shame on you, because that is on you and that is your job. It's not only knowing the laws and everything, it is being physically fit enough to perform your job. Fire gear. We have turnout pants, boots, coat, helmet, mask. We have our air pack. We got tools. It is heavy and it is hot. And if myself and my other crew members aren't trained properly for that, then we are putting ourselves in a bad situation right off the bat before anything else even happens. One of us goes down, that's not good. The tools are heavy too. I mean, we have the jaws of life. While they're getting smaller and everything, they're still very heavy. And we have to be able to manipulate those in any way, shape, or form to cut open cars or whatever else we need to do. Most of these jobs require speed. Lots and lots of speed, primarily for cops and firefighters. Police officers have to chase people. They have to maybe go hand to hand with someone, and that requires a lot of endurance. I don't know if you've ever wrestled with someone for more than 5 or 10 minutes, but when your life's on the line, don't you want to be in the best shape you possibly can be to defeat that threat and make sure that you go home to you and your family? Or that one person that's trying to hurt other people, don't you want to make sure that you want to be able to eliminate that threat and make it safe? I know I sure would. As a fireman, my job is to search a house or a building for people. If I can't do that fast and efficiently, that is countless. A second, it seems like a short time, but just 10 seconds can make a difference between life or death in a house fire. That's 10 seconds someone isn't breathing in all those toxic gases. It is imperative that we speed up the process, get in shape, and are able to move with all of our gear on. And if we're not practicing in our gear, again, shame on us. EMS personnel have to do CPR for long periods of time. Most of the time, 20, 30 minutes. That's a lot. Even if you are switching out, you have to be physically able to do that. Or say you have to go rescue someone down an embankment in a car accident. You have to be able to hike down there and hike back up efficiently and quickly. You don't want to take your grand old time walking someone that's bleeding out down there. Yes, you want to be safe, but you can be safe and efficient and quick about it. And everyone should move with a purpose with everything they do, because no one wants to see someone just come mosey on down like they're not in a rush, even though it's an emergency. Giant part of this, line of duty deaths are still high numbers, and injuries are even higher than that. The National Fire Protection Association came out with a study. 44% of firefighter line of duty deaths were medical related. They were heart attacks. 22,000 ER visits every year for EMS. And about 6,000 of those are strains and sprains. Plenty of those can be avoided if people train their back properly, lifted properly, learn to lift properly by lifting weights, as well as lift weights and strengthen the legs and core and back primarily. And 60,000 injuries a year for firemen. Now, I know a lot of those can't be prevented, like burns and such things, but there are a ton that if you're physically fit, you could get yourself out of those situations and not become hurt if you're fit. Fitness is an everyday part of the job, so it should most definitely be required in some way, shape, or form, whether it be mandatory fitness on shift, whether it be completing a physical agility test 2 times a year, or a combination of a few. It should definitely be required. It will keep people safer, both the first responders and the public. We'll be better at our jobs. Remember, it's our job to save lives. That is our job. And if we can't physically do it, then we're failing ourselves in our community. Number one reason why we should stay fit, less people will die. Bottom line, the more fit all our public safety is, less people will die, the more lives we'll save. I hope this changed your guys' mind and you really think about working hard and keeping yourself fit in our line of work. And I hope you guys stay hard and stay motivated and get after it.